So I just want to say one more thank you before this video gets started. Between shooting and releasing the video, I've surpassed 100 subscribers, and yins are great. I just wanted to say thank you. So now enjoy. Hello friends, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Valmore, and I'm continuing my journey through the D&D Cookbook Heroes Feast. Today I'm going to be making a dish that would fit very nicely at any holiday spread. It also may be the longest dish title in the whole book. I'm going to be making Hommlet golden brown roasted turkey with sausage stuffing and drippings. Time to get started. So I'm going to cut up the bread and dry it out in the oven to be used for the stuffing. So for this, we're going to be using carrots, celery, onions, thyme, rosemary, and parsley. And this is between the stuffing, the turkey, and the gravy. So we're going to take some butter here, and we're going to put it under the skin of our turkey and add a little bit of our salt and pepper as well. And that's just going to go in the oven for about an hour. I'm going to break up and brown the sausage that's going to go into the stuffing. In the rendered sausage fat and some butter, I added the onions and celery, and I'm going to put some salt on it. So the namesake for this recipe is the town called Hommlet. Hommlet's a village in the realm of Greyhawk. It would be an unassuming town you might expect to encounter on your D&D adventure. A crossroads in the river, in between some rivers, bustling occupants, tradespeople, farmers, and the nearby ruins that attracts the treasure hunters and adventurers that keeps the town going. Hommlet does have a little bit of actual D&D history behind it, which probably why it was put in as the title for this. The village of Hommlet is an adventure that was released in 1979, and it is the first Dungeons & Dragons module to depict an urban locale. Instead of an underground ruins or whatever forests that other modules may have contained. It's also the first instance in D&D of giving the players a home base to adventure from. You know, being Greyhawk being the main realm that early D&D was from, this town being one of the first, to actually have a description, a map, and be the center point for an adventure. It's understandable why they use that name for what would essentially be a very unassuming dish that anybody could make. And now that that's cooked up, I'm going to add the rosemary and thyme. After giving that a minute or so to cook, I'm now going to add in chicken broth. I'm going to scrape the pan clean. So I'm going to add our mixture to our toasted breadcrumbs. So I'm going to add the sausage back in, a little bit of salt, and some pepper. I'm just going to get everything combined. And then I'm going to pour in the combination of more chicken broth and some eggs. And now that I've put it in the dish, I'm going to just cover it with foil and put it in the oven. So now that the turkey's done, we're going to get started on the gravy. We have the roasted vegetables cooking in the pan here, and we're just going to let them get dark and crispy. And now that those have cooked up a bit and gotten real sticky, I'm going to add some chicken broth. And we're just going to scrape this apart. So now we're going to strain out the chunks, the bits, and get the juices. And now I'm going to put in the drippings, and then we're going to add some chicken broth. And we're just going to leave that there while we get the rest of the gravy ready. I'm going to start by browning and rendering some bacon. Now that the fat's rendered off and they're nice and crispy, I'm going to add some onions, carrots, and celery into the pan. I'm also going to add in some thyme. Now that those have softened up, we're just going to add some flour to thicken it up. Mix that in. And with that cooked up, we're going to put in the drippings from the turkey as well as the chicken broth. Just going to start whisking. And this is just going to thicken up, and that's going to be our gravy. Now that that's thickened up, I'm going to return the bacon to the pot. Add some lemon juice, parsley, just a little bit of pepper. We're going to put the turkey leg down, a scoop of stuffing, put a little gravy on it. I love turkey, and this was a wonderful turkey. It was juicy, it was flavorful, and then the sausage and the stuffing was a nice little touch, something I've never done before. All in all, I'd say it was a delicious meal. Make a great holiday meal, especially if it's a small get-together. These 2020 times with COVID, maybe it is a small get-together, and a couple of turkey legs are all you want. So I hope you enjoy it. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at chef_Valmore. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and coming back next week for another recipe.